All right, so we finally have Alexis entering the chat. Now, before we get to that, it is a dinner between Emily, Alexis, and Heather. Before that, we see a scene with Heather FaceTiming Shannon, and she's basically like, hey, I'm inviting you to my party. Like, let's get, all the girls together. And this party is essentially going to be the first cast group scene. And Alexis lets Shannon know, not Alexis, Heather lets, yeah, Shannon. Oh my God, I'm getting all the girls mixed up. Heather lets Shannon know Alexis will be at the party. And Shannon's just like taking it like, okay, cool. I'll let you know about the party, which of course later on Shannon looked amazing, but we'll get to that. So that's that. So we have Emily and Heather at dinner. Alexis joins. All the ladies look amazing this season. So, good for that. Good for them. Um, right off the bat, when Alexis joins, she of course showcases the ring John Janssen gave to her. Um, guys, the way if you guys see some of Alexis's posts on Instagram, the way she posts about her life with John Janssen, you would think if you just like read the captions, you would think it's like a 16-year-old with her first boyfriend, or like I don't know, like maybe like a 19-year-old at college and her college sweetheart gave her like a promise ring. That's the way Alexis comes off. It ain't cute, sweetie. It ain't cute. You're what, like late 40s, early 50s? It's not a good look. So right off the bat, she showcases her ring. I believe it was like 12K USD. It cost a pretty penny. I just think when men are coming on hard at the very beginning, it is a red flag. Now, I'm gonna get into what Alexis said about John Janssen. So give me a moment. Let me pull it up and read it to you guys. This was like her monologue. All right, let's get into it. Alexis, they showcase a clip of her in the confessional where she's talking about how and when she met John Janssen. She has the date and everything. November 18 is the day that John Janssen walked into my life. I met John at the Quiet Women. Shannon does not own the Quiet Women. I've been going there for 2 decades. Okay, Alexis. John walks in and ends up sitting at my booth. We tried to fight the feelings. After week 2, John and I knew that was it. I don't know Shannon. I'm not friends with Shannon. And unfortunately, your heart wants what it wants. And here we are. Take us or leave us. Guys, I'm like on my couch watching this and I was feeling so much secondhand embarrassment. I wanted to like leave my living room. I'm like, Alexis, are you for real? Um, look, I get it that her and Shannon technically there's no overlap. Look, it's not even that Alexis is dating John Janssen. I mean, obviously the whole thing is weird. It's just how tacky her behavior is that I can't get over. I'm just like, ooh, everything you're doing is so cringe. And side note and some real life tea. Apparently, after this episode aired, Alexis was apparently crying because Twitter didn't receive her well. Well, what did you think was going to happen? You are on the Shannon show. Like, production didn't want you back because, you have this like rich, interesting life. No, they wanted you back only because you're dating Shannon's ex right after her DUI situation. Okay. I thought it was very weird when she said John Janssen just sat at her booth. Now, I don't look, my understanding with the Quiet Woman is it's not like this huge place. It's a little bit more close knit. Okay, cool. It seems like there's a lot of um it's like the usual folks that go there for, in her case, 2 decades, whatever. What do you mean he sat at your booth? Like, were you guys like a group of friends? Like, hey, John Jansen's also joining us, and that's what you mean? Like, oh, he sat at my booth. Like the way she makes it seem as if he like saw her across like I don't know, this restaurant, and then he just like sat at her booth to make a move on her. I don't know. I found that very odd. You guys, let me know if you guys have any insight about the quiet woman. But anyways, she talks about how she met John Jansen on the confessional. She shows Emily and Heather the Van Cleef ring. That's about like 12K. Now, this is where Emily and Alexis get into it, which I thought was hilarious. So Alexis calls out Emily for her commentary on 2T's podcast regarding John Jansen filming. And Emily, like, talks about what Shannon has said to her all these years. You know, Shannon, just like, I don't know, Spark Notes version. Apparently, he doesn't pay for a lot of stuff. They fight a lot. Um, just it wasn't good things. Shannon just seemed I honestly don't understand why Shannon was even with this man for all these years. Like, you don't need to be with this man. You guys don't share children. You guys don't have a home together. Like, Shannon didn't need to take his shit for all these years. But the way these OC ladies make it seem like as if there's only like one or two eligible bachelors in the OC, and then John Jansen apparently is some prize when he's clearly not. And much like Tamra, being an asshole to Shannon, Alexis is also an asshole. And she's basically like, oh, are you going to believe a drunk? Instigating that Shannon is this drunk. I just thought that was so low. Like, really, you don't even know this woman properly. She's clearly going through a hard time, and you're out here calling her a drunk after like she didn't take her man, but like like the optics are like so weird. And then, of course, we get the Johnny J rebrand. Not the rebrand, guys. Alexis calling John Jansen Johnny J as if she's like known him forever and she's like running her mouth fighting for this guy. Whereas all these ladies know him forever. They've hung out with him. Meanwhile, Alexis has only been with him for like a month and a half at this point. It's weird. The whole thing is weird. Alexis girl, you look dumb. Also, the other thing I have to say regarding Alexis on this show, she has given all the fans of Real Housewives of OC collectively, we can hate on someone. I don't say this with I don't know. I don't say this like cuz like I'm happy or whatever, but the fans don't always agree on everything. Like, just look at, Jersey. We have fans that are divided, and it's a level of division that I don't think we've seen before. However, this is a level of the fans being collective and disliking someone collectively. This is something that has brought all the fans together. So, Alexis, thank you, girl. All the fans, we agree on something, and that is you being tacky AF on the Shannon show. All right, so we have made it to the latter half of the episode, and this is like a supersized episode, guys. So we now see the ladies, all of them, getting either ready for Heather's New Year, New Me luncheon. Either they're getting ready, or we see them in their outfits in the car on the way. So we finally meet the new housewife, Katie Ginella, and we get to see her backstory. And she has a good backstory. So she was moving to the OC area, or she was looking for a new house, and she is a friend of Sutton. And of course, Sutton is on Beverly Hills. And if you're a friend of Sutton, that's like a really good reference. Now, I don't think, she's making 300K a month. However, I think Katie, so far of what we've seen of her, she's very well put together, and she will read you if she has to. She's well spoken. I like her fashion, and I like her overall from what we've seen. So, go Katie. And we meet Katie via Gina, and the connection with Sutton is because Katie was looking for a house. Gina's now a new realtor in the OC area, and Sutton connected new girl Katie to Gina.